So I was watching this video earlier. It was all about, proving that the existence of God. It's kept showing up on my recommended section, so on YouTube. So I finally decided it's not really my sort of thing, but I thought I'd take a look at it. So it turned out to be some interesting stuff there, right? So yeah, there, it all goes back to the old, classical physics, the Big Bang theory, and that all matter comes from one source, because it's all moving apart. All matter is moving away from itself, so it's basically points back to the Big Bang, and so it goes into all that, and then, well, of course, that always leads to what caused the Big Bang, right? So that's the whole thing. It all hinges on that, the cause of the Big Bang. Well, then they explain that. Well, what caused that? And then it goes into what caused that? It's pointless to ask that question, because it goes into how it's at some point it's just that leads to the M theory, which is like the multiverse theory, or the theory that there was something caused it at that point, and really that would be a kind of some sort of a God. Maybe not saying that like a deist or something, but some creative force that caused this universe to be just exactly the way it is, for us to exist in it. It's so mathematically improbable that it almost certainly had to be caused. That's what this video is going. It was pretty interesting, and it's like either total chance or total cause. That's all it could be. It's either totally but random or it's totally designed, which I think it was designed. I don't believe in religion and all that, but I think that there was a design behind this universe, and it led to us. The most interesting things it talked about was, what was it? The question between, did consciousness rise from from life, or did matter, or is the opposite? Consciousness rise from, does all matter rise from consciousness? That's the big question right there. You could call it consciousness, you could call it spirit, you could call depends on what it all basically is the same thing. It's a life consciousness force. Yeah, I'm getting lost. But yeah, it's like, did that consciousness give rise to creation, or did that creation give rise to that consciousness? I tend to think it's the consciousness that gave rise to the creation. It's been hijacked by the Luciferians. There's some interesting theories on that, or hypotheses on the Luciferian project that have hijacked our reality, and we're living in the Luciferian experiment, which is never ends well in the history of the universe. From what I've understood, is that anytime the Luciferian experiment has been attempted, they all end up killing each other off. I've mentioned to this people, and they're like, wow, kind of explains what's going on here really well. There's a lot of killing off going on this planet right now. Is it because of the Luciferian experiment? hijacked our whole reality? Is it like doomed? Seems that way. I don't know, but it's kind of interesting theories on what's going on of good and evil, of materialism versus spiritualism, you know, or consciousness-based existence over material-based. I guess is one way you could put it. You know, do you cling to the material world, or do you trust in the realm of consciousness that is your real, true nature? It has to be. The multiverse theory talks about how we could live, our one consciousness could live in many universes at one time, or at different times, or at all times. Or this same reality could be lived over and over and over. There's all kinds of crazy ideas. But I think when it comes like to the theory of God, you know, I think, you know, there has got to be at one point a divine creator that caused it all to happen. I think, and it's like that. The way he tuned the universe was meant to bring about life. Maybe led to the Sophia experiment, which is the Earth, basically. And we're living that out right now. Oh, look at this wind drift. Fascinating ideas. Could be that it's all one big experiment in consciousness and creation. One creator giving rise to the next. Creation keeps creating itself over and over. Yeah, that's a mind blower, huh? So possibility, each one of us could become a creator. There's some theories I've heard in that direction, where if you can ascend from this physical reality and become a light being, or you could possibly go off and create your own reality, your own universe, like our creator did. And maybe he was born much of the same way we are. That's a fascinating idea. I'd like to think it's true. Yep, so that's like the Luciferian agenda to keep us trapped into this physical reality. So people are too busy, distracted into their distractions, you know. The media, most people are, the average person out there is so brainwashed into, you know, the media and the virtual world that they'll never figure this shit out. They'll never ascend out of it. So it's hopefully what we can all try to avoid. Listen to all these birds. I can't see any of them, but I can hear them. Sounds like they're everywhere. Oh, interesting.